Hopefully, this mic is working on point. I'm still trying to work on using it because I literally just got it. I'm trying to do like minor upgrades compared to, some of the tools or some of the things I've used. I am doing my best to invest into, little by little because things cost. There are financial goals. So I am doing my very best to upgrade bit by bit. But I want to, hop on live because I really want to talk about the process in starting up my cleaning business. Your girl got a cleaning business now. Whoop, 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 whoop. But yeah, so excited. And I have been on a journey of creating this cleaning business now for, I think it's been close to 2 years. I put it in motion, started putting things in motion, started doing as much research as I could. And, kind of give a little bit of background as to why I wanted to start this cleaning business. Okay. So, a little background about myself. Welcome to my channel, you all. Farrah Bijou Lifestyle. I don't have a niche. Okay. Everyone on here usually talks about niche here, niche there. I like to talk about a variety of things, whether it's business, now that your girl is a business owner, cooking, traveling, whatever. I like to talk about various things. And that's why I thought that the name fit. Like it fit me, it fit my personality, me always wanting to provide as much advice as possible. So I thought that the name would fit this platform and what I'm trying to achieve, which is talk about struggles I've either gone through that a lot of people could relate to, or teaching a young woman who might be in college that her mom didn't teach her how to cook, or maybe her mom wasn't around, or whatever the case may be, teach her how to cook. Just things that I learned that I feel would be beneficial to someone like me who looks like me, or even if they don't look like me, but they could relate and they could learn something from the information that I'm providing. So, to jump right into it, I do have my master's degree in public health. So, we're going to start all the way from the back. We're going to start from the beginning. So, went to FAMU. Hi, thanks for joining. Went to FAMU, of course, Rattlers all day, every day. I'm repping some of the colors. You see, but no. Um, I graduated grad school. It's been, I think, 7 years or so. Yeah, around 7 years since I've been done grad school. And tell me if you can relate, especially these days in this economy. Got my master's degree. When I tell you I was experiencing what a lot of people are experiencing now, as far as the lack of jobs even responding to you after you apply to them not responding, getting rejection letters, being told that I don't have enough experience. Just it was it was too much. It takes a lot on the mental. So that was around, I think, 2017, 18 or so. I got done with grad school, graduated, moved because I was in Tallahassee. Couldn't land nothing in Tallahassee. I did get a couple of interviews, but because of my lack of experience, they weren't giving me a chance. And if you can relate, like I said, and you're in this live right now, or you're watching this video after it's posted, let me know if you can relate. Getting frustrated. And I am one who believes in, now I believe this, in working harder, but also working smarter. So your girl was trying to put in that work, not, burn myself out from doing that, and just was not landing the positions or the roles that I see myself in. And in grad school, there were professors that were like, "Oh yeah, with a public health degree, especially with the concentration you chose, don't worry about it. You'll be good. You're gonna land that job that you want. You're gonna be making all this money." Lie detector determined that was a lie. So my first job that I landed, just guess how much the salary was. Guess. I'm waiting. Dun, 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 dun. About 30 something thousand a year, With my big girl loans, 30, I think it was like 33, 34,000 a year. What am I gonna do with 33 or 34,000 a year? Help me. Somebody help me. A toddler couldn't that wouldn't do nothing for no toddler. I'm joking. I'm being extra, but I did what I had to do. That was the first job, and it was, of course, health fields. It was working with um children for the most part, and minor inspections, but yeah, working with children in a sense, and also inspections. So did that, was not happy, but I had an amazing manager, and that made a difference. She was just so sweet, but of course, child, they ran her out of there. She was so sweet, but that's a whole nother story. That ain't my story to tell, so I ain't even gonna say that's another story for another time. But yeah, so did that job. I'm like, okay. I was there for about a couple years, and then another opportunity came where they was offering $50,000. And so I'm like, oh, that's a big jump from 34, 35. It was around that range to 50,000. Bet we could start making things shake with 50,000. And I don't have any kids yet. So I don't have any kids yet. It's perfect for me. Um, let's make things work. And it was work from home. It was around the time of the pandemic. So of course, work from home. Y'all offering me way better than what I'm getting. The salary y'all offering me better than that. So let me go ahead and let me hop on that. Put in my 2 weeks notice. I did talk to my manager. Like I said, I really like this manager. I was like, listen, I got to go. I got to go because y'all ain't paying that moolah. And then when HR reached out, they're like, we just want to know what's the reason you're leaving. What's the reason I'm leaving? You see what I get paid. What I'm gonna pay with 30 something thousand? What am I gonna pay with that? Hope? Help me. What am I gonna pay? And this is when things was a little cheaper. So with 30 something thousand, what I'm gonna get? Noodles? Anyways, so I told them, I was like, listen, this salary is not working for me. I have student loans I need to pay. I have responsibility just like everyone else, and this isn't sustainable. I've done it for 2 years, and I think it's just time for me to move on. So did that, worked, got the work from home job. I ain't never thought in my life that a work from home job could be stressful as well. Cause your girl got a lesson. I need to hurry up because I gotta catch my flight to head back. I'm visiting my sister, so I gotta speed this up a little bit. So, and we gonna leave in about like 30 minutes or so. So yeah, let's speed it up there, speed it up. So y'all, that job, that was working, that was helping people with their rent, like helping people with the rental assistance because of the pandemic. Ain't nobody working, people losing their jobs. So I'm like, this is still somewhere in the public health field because it's dealing with, with all that. And so, y'all, oh my goodness. It was just like you had to be a machine to work for that company, like nonstop applications. And I'm like, oh my goodness, I was catching myself working over 10 hours a day because they're like, hey, how many did you get complete? It's people being messy on there. I'm like, I know there was some great people that I, got to so-called meet, but the company, it just was not a good fit. So, y'all, I ain't even gonna be ashamed to say they got rid of you, girl. I say, damn, damn, damn. So after almost working a year there, they're like, oh, what's the word that they kept using? Something. It's just like how much you're pushing out. There was a word that they kept using. They're like, oh, you got to push out more applications, you got to do this, you got to do that. So it just didn't work out. And I'm like, okay, y'all, your girl was jobless. Now I know jobs stand for just over broke, but not having no job at all, baby, what's less than broke? But your girl was struggling. So I was like, oh, like I'm the type, I am gonna pray. I was like, Lord, help me. You see your girl is trying. Like, help me. I ain't got no job. What's going on? And if anything, I'm gonna stay with a job. And so I got the opportunity to try to figure out what I was gonna do. I feel like I'm missing a job or two. But that's so sad, y'all. I don't remember the job that came after that. Oh, then I did a few transitions with like getting another certification because I have a few certifications. Your girl took different routes because one thing about it is, I'm going to tell you, I do believe that you have one life to live. I don't think certain things should hold you back. If you're curious about trying a different career change or doing some type of transitioning into like at the job you're working at, whether you want to move up in the company, whether you want to start up your own company, whatever, I truly believe in at least trying it out and just giving it a try. You don't know what you're going to accomplish when you step out of your comfort zone and you go for it and you give everything you got when it comes to trying to land that new role or starting up that new business. So, all right, went ahead, grabbed some, got this a license under my belt. It did not work out. It did not work out. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm trying this out. This is a whole different field. I'm trying to like, what am I doing wrong? But it just didn't work out. Finally, came home from that job because I did work with another company using that license I just got. And I just said, oh, a friend of mine recommended that, what about cleaning? She was like, girl, when you stress, you cleaning. When you happy, you cleaning. Have you thought about cleaning? I said, you know what? She might be onto something. So she told me about a company. I went ahead and I signed up for that company and it was a cleaning company. And I was like, let me just do this on the side and let me just try it out. Y'all, I was getting great reviews. If you're someone right now where you're unemployed and maybe that unemployment did not come through, let's just say you got terminated and maybe the unemployment didn't come through, the funds didn't come through, or whatever your case may be. If you're someone who enjoys cleaning, I recommend finding a cleaning company that you could sign up for, a legit one. Make sure ain't nothing scammy. Sign up for it, try it out. I was able to set my rate. I set my rate at $25 an hour, and there were people that was willing to pay that. You know how many hours you're going to work. You know where you're going because they provide the address. You can look it up, do a quick Google search. Like if you're someone right now, you're looking for a job, these companies ain't responding quick enough, look into a cleaning company that you can sign up for. Now what I did was I mentioned, I did sign up for a cleaning company. I was like, let me try this out. I worked for them. They enjoyed my work, got great reviews, and I actually enjoyed doing it. But also remember, like I said, I got my degree in public health and I'm like, okay, I really want to, I wouldn't mind expanding this. But in the meantime, in order to fund the business that I would like to create, the cleaning business, I need another source of income. Y'all, I was bringing in at least, I think within a month with that cleaning company, like around 2 grand, 2 grand a month, which, like I said, I don't have any kids because everyone's situation is different. But it worked for me to get what I needed paid. Like 2 grand. I would also do like, some extra like side gigs or whatever. And I was able to bring in money. So finally, I went back on a hunt. During that time, I still was applying for jobs, applying. And some of the techniques that I want to share with you that I did was I was waking up like at 6 in the morning, 7 in the morning, logging into LinkedIn, putting out those applications, like being a little bit more mindful in how I move and who I share that information with. Like I keep a close circle. And I firmly believe when you want to get somewhere in life, you don't need to tell all your business to everyone. And I've said that in a few videos, but you don't need to tell people your every single move. Like, why? Why are you telling people your moves? Not everyone is going to be celebrating you. Not everyone be celebrating you. So why you need to share this news again? Like certain things, I firmly believe you just need to keep it to yourself or to that person you really trust. If you want to share that info with them, share it with them, or just keep it to yourself. And then when something happens, you can celebrate in private. And then when you're ready to share it, you could do that too. So I prayed constantly. I was asking Lord, listen, I need to find a job that is a certain amount of money, a certain salary that would be able to pay my bills and then some. And then I can even earn bonus or extra, like I was very particular in what I prayed for and what I wanted. And that's another thing. Like, if you're someone who is searching for employment, things ain't going your way, try some of these techniques that I'm providing because it worked for me. It may not work for everybody, but I know I went from like going through it to things improving when I got a little bit more private with how I was moving. Sometimes you get so excited, you want to share with this person, that person. You don't need to do it. Nope. So I did that. I finally landed my my role um as a case manager for a company, and I love it. And I know case management is not the most ideal field, but for the company I'm working for, I love it. I love it. I'm not even going to hesitate in saying that I do. Um Not every job is perfect, but this is the best company I worked for. And I was like, God, thank you, thank you, thank you. So when I did get that salary increase, I told myself that I would circle back to opening a cleaning business. And I don't know, something I want to share on my heart is that you're going to need certain friends like in that circle, certain people in your life that want the best for you. The advice that they give you sometimes it's best to listen, because it was that friend of mine and a couple of more as well, but it was that friend of mine that was like, hey, have you thought about doing this? Like, she's great when it comes to ideas and paying attention to details, like she knows her friends. So if it wasn't for her, and maybe it was God speaking through her advising me to look into opening or starting or creating or working for a cleaning business, then this wouldn't have came about. So sometimes you need to be conscious of who, let me not say sometimes, you always need to be conscious of the people who are in your circle, but pay attention to those friends in that circle that really pay attention to the friend that you are, the person that you are, the interest that you have. Because with her and a couple of other friends, like really close friends, like they know me. And so to put that seed, or maybe it was God talking to her, put that seed in my mind and to start this was a beautiful thing. So yeah, like um finally working for the company, putting money to the side, and started investing. And I got an LLC, went ahead and got my cleaning products, not only my cleaning products, but my business cards. Finding people I could network with that could create the business cards, create the website. So it is a lot of work. I am going to create another video or possibly a live explaining what I did to obtain the LLC, um, opening up business accounts. Like, it's some work that goes into it, but when it's something that you really enjoy doing, it won't seem like work, if that makes sense. It's going to take some effort, it's going to take dedication, but it's not going to seem like you're slaving away for another person's company. Like, you're actually working for something that you wanted to create, a business that you wanted to bring to life. So I just want to hop on here and just give some of my life experiences. Uh, Probably start like the intro on how I started the cleaning business and how I landed my first customer. I'm so excited. I'm so excited, and it took some time for me to even come online and to talk about this because, like I said, I tend to move a little different now, where I don't believe everything should be shared online as well. But I just am a little bit more calculated when it comes to my personal life. More power to people who, come on here and explain everything that's going on. That's them. I ain't never gonna get on here and be like, what, but sometimes I do. Let me not be a hypocrite. Sometimes I be telling my girls, why would she say this? But if that might be that person's way of giving a testimony. I don't know. But yeah, so I just wanted to come on here and just provide like a an insight on what's going on as far as business wise. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. If you have any questions, like please feel free to ask it in a comment section. I don't believe in hiding information. In fact, that's why I hopped on here, was to provide that information, because it might motivate that person that really wants to start their business, even if it's not a cleaning business. Cleaning business is lucrative. Not just that, but I love customer service. I love providing people, whether I'm cooking for them, doing their hair, it doesn't matter. I just truly believe in customer service. And even on my worst days, I believe in trying my best to still provide good customer service, whether it's at my job, whether, try my best. So you have to know before doing anything when it comes to a business, be sure that's something that you really want to do, you see yourself doing, and the end goal that you see for yourself. Because I see a bigger picture, not just being a solo business cleaner, because I am solo right now, but I have a bigger picture. Will I go into detail right now? I won't. But I just wanted to hop on here, share some good information, share some of what I know. So don't forget, y'all, subscribe to your girl. Why? Because we got these student loans we gotta pay. But we're gonna pay them in the name of Jesus. But I'm a little silly, y'all. Don't mind me. But yeah, it was good hopping in on here and talking to y'all. All right.